Now, a man has survived a brush with death after his heart stopped when a 14-centimetre fish jumped down his throat and stopped him breathing. Joking with friends, he'd put the fish over his mouth, but it wriggled free and jumped in, blocking his throat completely. Now, the sole survivor and his paramedic saviour have been reunited. Sky's Rebecca Williams spoke to them earlier and joins us now from Boscombe Pier, where it happened. So fill us in on all the details.
Well, yeah, this reunion happened about half an hour ago. They turned up here and they had met previously since it, but of course this is an incredible tale. In fact, the paramedic himself said in his 17 years as a paramedic, he's never seen anything quite like it. Lots of people talking about it on social media today, using all sorts of puns, but of course it has a very serious side to it. Sam clearly still shaken up from that experience. In fact, he was off to a hospital appointment just this afternoon. He said it all happened about 8 days ago. He came down here, a popular fishing spot, and he caught this Dover sole. Now, as you say, about 14 centimetres long, and as is very often tradition among fishermen, he kissed it. Now, we don't quite understand how, but it managed to kind of jump down his throat, if you like, and it got trapped. He went into cardiac arrest. His heart stopped. His friends, who looked incredibly shocked here today, they said they had to give him CPR until the ambulance arrived. Now, luckily, the ambulance wasn't too far away. They gave him CPR for about 3 minutes. But as I say, today there's been a very fond reunion. There was so many media here to get pictures of him. Here's a bit more of what Sam, the angler, had to say, and the paramedic.
I was fishing on the end of the pier. I caught a little Dover sole. I'd unhooked it. And Dover sole are quite slippery one way, and the other way they're quite rough. And I picked it up off the floor, went to give it a kiss before I threw it back, and it literally, imagine you squeeze a bar of soap, it shot out of my hand into my mouth and basically swam straight down my throat. And it was literally a split second it had happened, and I was completely choked out.
Well, we didn't really know quite how or the size of the fish that we're aiming to retrieve, because although they were saying he swallowed the fish, when you're actually hearing that, you know, and trying to absorb that and looking at the person on the floor, it seems almost unbelievable. And I think, you know, at that point we didn't know the obstruction and the size of the obstruction.
Well, the paramedic showed us the forceps that he used to get this fish out of Sam's throat. Very, very long. He said he was incredibly lucky to make it out alive. He knew he had to get the fish out, otherwise he wouldn't make it to the local hospital. But like I say, lots of people talking about this on social media today, with the ambulance service really pointing out how important CPR is, because if it wasn't due to the quick thinking of the paramedics and indeed Sam's friends who were there, it may not have been such a positive story.
No, thank goodness that it was. Rebecca, thank you. I think the moral of that tale, don't kiss fish.